Syria's loss against the imperialist machine. As I'm currently writing this article, Zionist tanks steamroll through Kenitra, and HTS US-backed terrorist forces have stormed Damascus. Syria has officially fallen to armed militias, each serving as pawns for the imperialist chessboard. Meanwhile, Palestine remains under a genocidal apartheid, and Lebanon faces intense blockades. This is not resistance born out of the proletariat struggle. It's an orchestrated geopolitical collapse of the Middle East from the hands of imperialism and colonialism. The collapse of the Syrian government may be seen as a victory to some people, especially those who are vehemently anti-Bashar al-Assad. But regardless of one's opinions of al-Assad's regime, it's important to highlight that larger forces are at play. In this case, imperialism has won. US-backed rebels have captured Aleppo in only 4 days. Russia and Iran are currently too busy with their own conflicts to fully aid in the uprising, which has led to the collapse of the Syrian government. Al-Assad is rumored to have died in a plane crash, while the United States and the Israeli expansionism are accelerating. A pro-Western puppet government is all but guaranteed to be installed in the months to come. This is not merely a regional conflict, it is a textbook example of imperialism as described by Lenin. The export of domination and exploitation by imperialist forces of the West, Syria's rich resources, its strategic location, and its resistance to neoliberal integration made it a target. The collapse of the Syrian government is not a victory for democracy or the people. It's the victory of monopoly capitalism, its bloodthirsty drive to extract value and impose hegemony. The imperialist aggression in Syria is not an isolated incident. It is part of a broader strategy of domination in the Middle East, a region known for being rich in resources and a geopolitical significance. The West, led by the United States, seeks to dismantle anything resembling sovereignty or resistance in the region. But it's not only the government that is targeted, it's the working class who suffer the most. Underneath the rhetoric of humanitarian intervention lies the reality of the situation. Imperialist powers seek to crush any revolutionary potential, fragment the region, and prevent the rise of a true socialist movement. By backing these reactionary militias, imperialism ensures that the working masses remain disunited and unable to mount any effective resistance. The fall of Syria signals more than just a government's collapse. It marks the deepening of the global capitalist crisis. The bourgeoisie and the imperial core, desperate to maintain profits in the face of declining markets, the decline of Western hegemony with the rise of BRICS, seeks to plunder the resources of nations like Syria while subjugating their people. What we see in Syria is not just the result of military conflict, but of economic logic of imperialism itself. A logic that prioritizes ruling class interests over the interests of the proletariat, domination over sovereignty. If the Middle East is to break free from this cycle of being constant victims to imperialism, it must foster genuine class-conscious movements that unite the working class across the national line. The struggle against imperialism is inherently a struggle against the West. A true anti-imperialist resistance must center the proletariat and reject all false solutions offered by bourgeoisie or reactionary militias, both of which ultimately serve imperialist interests. This is a call for the region's people, workers, and intellectuals alike to reject imperialism and organize for socialism. Only through the immortal science of Marxism-Leninism and revolution organizing can the Middle East hope to overcome the devastation wrought by imperialism and forge a path towards self-determination and liberation. And if you've made it this far, comrades, I greatly do appreciate you. We're currently on a goal to hitting 1,500 subscribers. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment. Share with all your comrades. and is greatly appreciated.